we
You know,
go.
we're a few minutes late, but we
You know,
mostly on time.
such is our life
You know
now.
how that's what happens when you're doing too damn much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's just I'm still jet lagged, so
understood.
you
I'm
got to
trying to be jet
pardon
lagged
me if I'm
too.
a little. You said what?
I said I'm trying to be jet lagged too. I need a vacation.
Yeah, me too. I'm tired.
Heard. When you come back from vacation, it's like you need a vacation from the vacation.
Well, truthfully, this trip wasn't like some sit on the beach and stare at the sunset type shit.
That's what I need. I need to sit on a beach and stare at a sunset.
This shit was some old like jump up from beginning to end, and you sneak a little nap in when you can, or
Mm.
sneak in a couple other things. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Just enjoy, mind your business. Don't
Hi,
worry about what I'm
Joy.
doing. I need another one.
Mm.
Because as soon as I came back to New York and felt the temperature under 70 degrees, I started frowning. Like,
Heard. But I had an impromptu trip to North Carolina, and it was so beautiful out, and the sky was so clear, and I was just like, I had to drive back home, and I was so sad.
oh, so you were lit. You was happy.
I was happy with the sun.
Yeah. Well, listen, easy come, easy go, kid. You know what I'm saying? You
Listen,
got to
ups
taste the sun
is
for a
horrible.
second. You got to taste the sun for a second, and now your ass is back out here with the rest of us slobs in
Working
the
hard.
wonderful, dingy ass city of New York, where I'm at. At least you're in Albany, where the rent still looks like something recognizably normal. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I can't do the NYC prices.
Listen, man,
I would never
I'll tell you right now, I'm here for some discounted rent or something. I'm about to figure something out here. Well, I'm about to get the fuck out of New York anyway, so there's that.
yes.
I made my mind up after being on this trip. I was like, yeah, this New York shit is kind of tired at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I just was like, yeah, I need to, make some moves. But
So much has
anyway,
been going on since you've been gone, Max.
so fill me in because I was in the middle of the ocean and I missed a lot. Apparently,
Listen, America is still on fire. Nothing's changed about that. People
I
are
mean,
having,
we have a circus clown running the show. So what do you expect?
listen. Ugh. Anyways, people are acting up in the LS, so we're gonna have to get the safety committee on and pop in.
Oh
Um,
God, yeah,
people
I've
are
heard
acting.
about. So I
Well,
hear people are getting a little handsy out here.
yeah. What the f?
What's up with the handsy thing? Like, I have a couple of people I need to speak to behind the scenes, hearing about um, people's hands not staying where they're supposed to be. People in the chat, feel free to chime in and tell me what in the fuck is going on out here, because
What is going
I'm
on? That's
like
what that's what
seeing
Lizzo
shit.
said. What the fuck is going on?
I don't understand that. Like, why? Like, what? Y'all think because I go into the middle of the ocean for a week or so, that y'all can just start
Act up.
acting the fuck up?
Listen, that's what happened, Max. They
Like,
said
hell
they said,
yeah.
"Oh, the giant is gone." Oh, okay, it's out. It's out. We outside.
What's up, Ty Curtis? What's up, Kevin Rucker? What's
Hi
good,
guys.
y'all, over there on the YouTube side? I see you. Keep them comments coming. We outside, baby. Oh,
Outside.
well, we inside, but we outside at the same time. Yo, make sure y'all share this show. Sharing, sharing, sharing is caring, because that's all I be hearing.
Sharing is
Sharing is caring. But yeah.
yeah. I
So,
don't know what the heck
okay.
happened, Max.
Yeah, so what the fuck is going on out here? Like, I need
I
to
have no
understand.
idea. I just saw a couple of articles. I think there was two separate events that I heard of, and one was involving someone with their vehicle, and another one was involving someone with their hands. Thanks,
Really?
Tiny. Yeah, so it's messed up, and we don't appreciate that. So you and I have had conversations offline, because we
Uh-huh.
need to figure out. We need. We were
Because
talking.
let me just say this. This
Yes.
isn't the LS. I mean, this happened. These situations we're referring to have happened in the LS, but there's never an excuse for violence, and that goes for male and female. Because let's not act like females don't be getting handsy too, especially
Yes.
when they know that the man isn't the type of man that'll retaliate. The women get bold and they'll try to do the most. No matter who it is, male or female, there's never an excuse for violence. If you're mad at somebody, explain what your issue is, and then you keep the shit moving. If you have to have a little back and forth or whatever, then cool. Have that back and forth. But don't ever think that it's okay
To put
to
your hands on
resort
somebody.
to putting your hands on somebody.
And I like what you said, men and women, because women feel like they get a pass because whatever reason, there's no pass. Don't put your hand on a man or a woman if you're a man or a woman.
Right. And that's my thing is I refuse to accept the fact of that being okay. It is never okay to attack somebody. Like, there are plenty of times I wanted to knock somebody the fuck out, but you know what I did? And I mean, this was man on man, left hook to right hook energy. You know what I did? I walked away, or I just expressed what I thought, and I kept it moving.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's
You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is not something that, because the thing is, like I said, this lifestyle thing is not an entitled circumstance. This is a privilege to be able to be a part of something like this. And being able to be a part of something like this means that you have to make sure that you're treating it like the privilege that it is, along with treating the people that are in there like the people that they are. That it is a privilege to be able to engage with these people in the capacity that you do. And the fact of the matter is that people are not treating this with the proper due respect that it deserves. And
hmm
that's problematic because that allows things like this to transpire. You
yeah.
know, we're all adults here, so I just don't understand why stuff like this is even complicated. Maybe
It's
you
not
can shed a little
complicated.
light.
It's not complicated. It's black and white. And I think that, like you said, this isn't just a LS topic. It's a worldwide topic. But because we are LS, I think that we take an extra responsibility for safety and safety concerns for the people within our community. This is our community, and it's up to us in the community to make sure that we're safe. And so I think that's important.
Right. And that's my whole thing. And Lems is right. It's never okay to put your hands on anybody, but there is always two sides to a story. That's why, even though with all the information I've been given, I have to receive all of the information. I got to do as much research as possible. Like, I have somebody that's been messaging me about another person behind the scenes, something that y'all haven't been seeing,
Mm-hmm.
but that's been hitting me up. And what I'm hearing from that is somebody else that also is problematic. And this is why we need this safety committee thing to be active,
Yes. This safety
because
thing is
this
going to
is
be
going
active.
to
You're
Somebody, a whole group member running someone over. Okay, see, like I said, there's a lot of different stories popping up. And my thing is that regardless of the evidence that is in front of me, I have to take on all of the information before I can start putting out blasts about it. You understand what I'm saying?
yes,
Because eventually the safety committee is going to have its own social media too. That's where
yes.
you're going to see a lot of stuff that'll be publicly exposed and all of that stuff. That will happen on there.
Hmm.
So you ain't got to worry about, oh, I didn't know whatever, because you can easily go to the IG or whatever and you'll see the information there. You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And that will also be shared on the social experiment Facebook group. There'll be a Facebook page for the safety committee too, for contact information and all of that stuff, as well as a website which is only for the committee members to access, where they can input information.
One
If
hundred
you
percent.
are a group owner, I'm gonna say this before I throw the mic to you.
No, go ahead. Go
If you
ahead.
are a group owner and you have interest in this, which I would hope if you are a group owner that you do have interest in this, or if you're hosting events, you have to tell me what group you're affiliated with, because each group is going to have one representative on the safety committee. I'm not asking anybody to pay to be in this or nothing. On occasion, there might be fundraising or whatever just to take care of little bullshit that might run up a little bit of a cost, things like that. But it's basically going to run at no cost.
Right.
So you're not gonna. This isn't something that I'm going to make money off. I'm probably going to lose money off of this, if anything. But it's something that's important to me, which is why I'm doing it. And see, Newbie is saying something I like, um, because this is very true. And put this
I love
up
Newbie.
on the
She's
screen.
super dope, and I've been to Newbie's events, and I always felt safe. She had security on point. They don't care. They up in the room. They check in to make sure everything is good. Like I'll be at any of Newbie's events are that my schedule can permit, because I've always felt safe in her spaces. So shout out to Newbie, because she walks and lets you talk, say, and I appreciate that.
And that's dope. That's what we like to hear. Like,
Hmm.
you look at this one. The entire community needs to be accountable, because people see things happening and do nothing, but then want to talk about it after. And that is such a fact. Motherfuckers is such gossipers. Like, when I say something, I react in real time. People have seen me react once. It was the first time that people openly saw me react. And yes, it was somebody that was with me that I was reacting off of the strength of. But even if there wasn't somebody that was with me, I would have had the same reaction,
Hmm.
because that handsy shit is goofy as hell. And I get
Hmm.
tired of all the whispering in the background. I am so tired of all the whispering in the background. I'm like, I thought I was in a community with a bunch of adults, but people act like a bunch of high school kids.
Hmm.
Like, I gotta fight to get information out of y'all. Like, I'm talking to my knucklehead ass son, who don't be wanting to tell me shit sometimes for whatever his reasons is. We got to do
Absolutely.
better. But then the moment something happens to you with somebody you care about, now you crying about it and want everybody to give a shit. Hold on, because I fucked up on something.
Hmm. Hmm.
There we
That's
go.
that's an absolute fact, Max. And so you and I have already gotten a calendar together of
There-
topics that we're going to talk about. Can you hear me? Are you
Yeah,
frozen?
yeah, yeah. Sorry, I
Okay.
was fixing the internet. I forgot to connect to the Wi-Fi because my internet is so dope that I'll be forgetting to throw the Wi-Fi on to make sure the stream stays super clean. Because
I
my
think
internet.
I think that the schedule that we have, so we're going to be putting a schedule out for the next month to the end of the year of our podcast topics, and included in that is going to be the day that we talk about the safety committee, because the safety committee is coming. Like we've been talking about it since April. and it's been a work in progress, but we've been making moves. We have been putting things together. I can't see you
Uh,
because the newbie's comment is still okay. There you go. But we've been putting things together, and so we have the website coming out. We have everything ready to launch at the beginning of the year. And so, like you said, all the group posts, private and public group posts, we're gonna ask that you guys be participants, and I think what we're gonna do is have like a stamp, like a Facebook has that like blue check for certified for people who put their flyers out for events. We're gonna have like a stamp so people will know like they are checking in with the safety committee, so that we can
right.
make sure that these people who don't need to be in our spaces are not in our spaces.
And that's another thing too. Sean Marie, I saw your comment. Just DM me on the side. We're gonna get all of this stuff situated. 'Cause like I said, the plan is to launch this early January. Of course, not the first week because we're just coming into the new year
Mhm.
and we're gonna all be turning up. But I would say by like the second week of January, everything should be good to go. Um, Let me see what else. Yeah, get back to these comments. I want to see what Crystal said too, because she just started throwing some shit. I'm gonna put her comment up next. Let me see what Lem's got up here. Um, Lem says they sit and watch women and men get too inebriated and what how they and then watch how their interactions start to get crazy instead of checking them so they don't be embarrassed to toss disrespectfully later. And she's saying basically, people, you watch somebody getting all the way fucked up, and then they start doing stupid shit, and then got to get kicked out of the event looking crazy, and it's like, why are we doing that? You
Yeah,
understand what I'm saying?
yeah, we have to
We got
hold
to
each
do
other
better.
accountable.
You understand what I'm saying? And here's
Hmm.
the thing about the safety committee thing. I'm going to be handing out NDAs to each safety committee member.
Mm.
So you got to understand that we are talking about people here. So we can't, unless we are exposing somebody that is proven to do something, we can't just use this as a weapon to get
Yes.
back at the people we don't like. Even if I don't like a motherfucker, if I don't have the facts, the shit can't move because that's not what this is going to be. This is
Hmm.
going to be something where this allows people to have a source of information so when they're vetting, it'll aid in their vetting process because the internet world is very big and it's very hard to filter everything out.
Yeah.
But with a database like this at your disposal, it'll at least make your life a little bit easier. It's not 100% foolproof.
Hmm.
You still got to use the most important filtering tool, which is your brain. You know what I'm saying? Trust your instincts and all of that shit. But understand that this is going to be a tool, not a weapon. It's a tool to help out with making sure that people are 100% on the level with what's going on.
Hmm.
And this will make it easier for the promoters so they can throw successful events and not have to deal with a fucking headache. Because
Yeah,
nobody wants.
and not be caught off guard, because the promoters, like I think a lot of promoters do the best that they can, and they can't be everywhere at all the time, and they don't know all the information all the time.
And
So
most importantly, you should be able to go to an event and just be able to feel free and safe.
yes, yes,
Plain and simple. Even more important than the promoter side of it, you should be able to come out and not have to be looking over your shoulder every 5 seconds because you're worried about who's going to do some goofy shit. You
absolutely.
understand what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
that shit ruined open play for me in a lot of situations because it's hard to openly play and be able to concentrate on what you're doing because you're too busy worried about what these goofy ass motherfuckers gonna do in the background.
Right, right.
That's why most of the time you don't see me doing shit. I be chilling. You know what I'm saying? Most I might do is just let my joint out outside of the pants, but that's about it. I can't get comfortable and really do anything because can't get comfortable. Let's see what Crystal's talking about because she just hosted her first event this
Oh
last weekend. Let's
yeah. Hmm.
see what she's saying because when you see somebody coming in new, this is also stuff that needs to be paid attention to too. So she was
Hmm.
like, she just hosted her first event this last weekend. She hired 3 armed security because people's safety was my biggest priority.
Mm.
Security was very professional, very classy, and their presence was felt and respected. Okay, she had Ben there. I know Ben. And his team of armed security. I highly recommend to book them for events. And that's beautiful.
Hmm.
But again, even with that there, it makes life a lot easier if certain people just don't make it in the building.
Yeah.
Granted, they are there for the random things that are going to happen that are just no way you can predict it.
Hmm.
But you can't have you can't just rely on that. It's up to us as the community at large. We have to hold everybody accountable on this.
Yeah. Yeah.
It can't just be, oh well, they got a safety committee, so we let them handle it. No, I love the fact that people came to me on the side and was hitting me up. I see this girl, half her face beat the shit, and I'm looking like, yo, what the fuck happened? I understand there's more than one side to the story, so I'm not gonna run and say you did that, you're the bad guy. But yes, if you're beating on a female to the point that she looked like she was in a 12-round bout, you kind of are the bad guy.
There's
Unless
no
this girl
kinda.
was trying.
There's no kinda, and you don't have to
No,
beat on her
no.
to
The
keep
reason
going.
why I say kind of, remember, I have to stay neutral.
You can stay. You can stay neutral.
Yeah, well, I'm staying neutral. And the thing is that, and that's actually somebody that's a friend of mine. You understand what I'm saying? But I still have to stay neutral because I have to gather all of the information. It doesn't matter who you are. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Because as much as something, because the moment that I take a side, I can't run something like this. I
So
need to only react on fully proven evidence. There's never an excuse for violence. I've said that first.
yeah.
But I also say, what does the other person look like? What happened there? What was the provoking factors? This isn't me blaming anybody. This is me asking all the questions because you have to have all the facts so that you understand what happened.
But this is why.
Because let's
This is
say,
why
I'll give you an
mental health is
example.
necessary.
I give you an example, right? God forbid, somebody breaks into my house. I beat them to within an inch of their life. They look like Rocky Balboa in the 12th round after I finish with them. Now the cops is gonna look, and if they was to go based on just seeing him, they gonna lock me up because even though he broke into my place and I'm defending myself, just because he the one that caught the fade, I'm still the guilty party because I won the fight. That's not how that works. You understand what I'm saying? You still have to gather all of the information. It doesn't mean that I don't believe it. I don't put my personal opinions in this. When I'm this, I'm a machine. I'm autonomous. This is outside of Maximus. This is just the entity itself being a total soulless, strictly fact based machine. That's how this is going to operate. So it doesn't matter if you're my sister, my homegirl, my brother, my best friend, whatever. I still have to gather all the information. Does that mean that I'm not paying attention to the obvious? Of course not. But you still have to gather all the information because the court of public opinion tends to get a lot of things wrong.
That's true. That's true. And
And like we have motherfuckers that literally was proven not to be guilty, but because the court of public opinion said one thing, it still fucked up their careers or fucked up whatever else. That's not fair.
yeah.
So you need to gather all the information first. And I just want everybody to know that's how this is going to function. regardless of the fact that Nova's chewing on her lip because she's taking this very personally, as you should. I understand you taking it personally, and that's okay because you represent the people and what they're
Yeah,
doing.
yeah.
You know what I'm
I think
saying?
that's why our balance is so dope because I'm like, F that Max, we about to do the, and you're like, hold up. hold up,
Yeah,
hold up.
because you gotta get the information.
Yeah, I just, I don't think there's ever a reason to be violent. And I know that people provoke things and I know that to be true, but I also know that we are responsible for our own actions.
hmm
So
Now,
there's like,
CJ,
and
let's
there's,
not make this so. Oh, go ahead, because I just saw a comment. This was like,
I see it.
no, it's just
Um, got me distracted. So this is the analogy I was gonna say. So somebody was telling me, I don't know if I said this on here before, but I've said it. Is like if you bump into somebody and they have tea in their cup, what's gonna spill out? It's whatever is in their cup. And so that analogy talks about the fact that you aren't gonna do something, nothing is gonna come out of you that isn't in you. You know what I mean? And so I use this analogy when I saw someone disrespecting their elders and they're like, yeah, but they did it. And I'm like, yeah, and that's not okay, but you're still responsible for your reaction to it. And so if it's not in you to disrespect someone, then you wouldn't disrespect them. If it's not in you to, be violent towards someone, then you wouldn't be violent toward them, because that's just not in you. So that's how I feel. I feel like there's never a situation where abuse is the answer or appropriate
well.
unless
Here's my
unless there's like imminent danger, like something like that. But like, and I'm talking about our LS community specifically. If someone isn't like violating you, then there's no reason to violate them.
But here's the thing. First off, I gotta say, son, CJ, we don't make this a white thing, black thing, or any other people thing. Because honestly, as somebody who has also walked on many different sides of the LS, I will tell you that there are their share of problems on that side, just like us. Everybody has issues with safety. It isn't a white thing or a black thing or Asian thing or anything else. This is one community. There's no black side or the white side or the orange side. There's an orange person, but the orange side or any of that stuff. So I don't like that kind of divisive conversation because all of us are one community. This is a microcosm, a small part of the total population functions the way we do here. So all of us have to recognize that there's no, oh, well, this is black people, or this is white people, or this is whatever people. Like, listen, we don't need that. And
So
my thing is that um, regardless of who may have been hosting that, there's plenty of hosts that I've seen that are black that have had events that are very safe, very secure. You just heard what Crystal mentioned. She had some good security there, and I know those guys. And
Crystal Spanish.
listen, Spanish is like the cousin to black. Please, okay, let's not start this.
That's
I
okay.
don't give a shit what anybody's race is. Didn't I just say that?
You said black people, and then you said
No,
Crystal.
no, because I was going somewhere else, but you too damn fast.
That's true.
And then I was gonna mention is that I've been to plenty of other events. Newbie, for example, she has her events and her security on point, and no matter how much security you listen, you can have an army. Once the door closes, who knows what the fuck is going on? They can come and save you when they hear the screaming, but at the end of the day, the shit could still happen. That's why I said the awareness starts from here.
Yeah.
It's a principle that they have in IT where they talk about regardless of how many safety protocols that you program into place. The main safety protocol is the individual. You got to train your brains, you as the community at large, to think in a term of safety. Does
Mm-hmm.
this feel safe? Does this look like it's okay? Is this all right? Not, oh, let me go over here and whisper and and talk about it afterwards. Oh my God, that person was wild and da 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 da. Because yeah, maybe that night all they did was be drunk and look a little stupid, but they continue that behavior without correction. It can become something bigger later on. Because every concern that's addressed doesn't mean somebody's banned. A person might just be going through a hard time and got too drunk because they was trying to forget about it all. Or
Mm-hmm.
maybe they're really shy when it comes to playing and they don't know how to cut loose until they get high off the juice. You know what I'm saying? Like, it happens. So this is, like I said, this is not meant to just create a barrier where everybody, oh, you scratched your nose to the right instead of the left. Now I'm gonna kick you out of here. No more lifestyle events for you. No, that's not how it's like.
Like, Max, put him on the list.
Nah, but this is important though because people need to understand the importance of this. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't want to focus on this the whole show,
Yeah, we
but
got
this
to talk
is a
about
really big deal.
yeah.
Listen, like I said, Melody, you could vet all day, you could vet all night, and some people are still gonna slide through. Like I said, the old days of the LS is over. All of you that's wishing for things to go back to how it used to be, you go to. I want all of you to go to the store and go buy a typewriter and start typing up your reports or
Mhm.
typing up whatever instead of sending emails. Because the thing is, we don't go backwards; we go forward.
But I agree that vetting is important. I think that, like you said, the individual is the baseline, but all of there's a lot of measures that should be put into place. I've only been vetted, I want to say, 3 times in the past year and a half. I've only been like formally vetted, and I appreciate those times because then I feel like, oh, okay, so not everybody's going to be up in there. So it's an extra precaution. I think we got to take all the precautions to make sure that we're safe.
Hmm. And this is true too. RJ said it. One of the things is checking your friends. When they do something that's a little crazy or it looks like it's leaning towards crazy, don't be afraid to check your friends. Let me tell you something. Me and my friends G check each other all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. And it
Hmm.
ain't no love lost. If somebody wanna not be your friend because you trying to let them know that this is a southern term, but your slip is hanging. You understand what I'm saying? Or like we say up in New York, yo, you out here looking crazy. Like I'm
Hmm.
not gonna let you go outside looking crazy. You understand what I'm saying? If you looking crazy, it's like when I see somebody with a crazy looking outfit on that clearly looks like they had no mirror, no friends, and no nothing, and they walking around looking crazy, thinking they doing it. I'm sitting up there like, yo, this person ain't got no friends.
Yeah.
Now the answer to how we plan on reducing violations for attending events is through aiding in the vetting process.
Mhm.
Because, like past events that have happened, if people had spoken up, them motherfuckers would not have been there to do more bullshit.
Mhm.
There are many times where people ended up at events that they had no business being at. But
Mhm.
because that particular promoter might not have known that this person's doing this or doing that or doing this is what happens.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
my plan is for this to be a nationwide safety net.
One hundred
We can
percent.
even expand this to Hito because most of the people that go to Hito, as far as group owners, reside in the United States.
Mhm.
For most of the things we attend,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll even speak to Frandy over there with the Hito experience because he promotes a lot of different events that is over there. I know him.
Yeah.
So I will have that conversation with him myself because his group is really large. You understand what I'm saying? And my whole thing is that my hope is that every single person participates in this if you give a shit about safety.
Agreed.
That is my goal with this.
So what we said, Tony, is that we're gonna have like a stamp for people to put on their flyers or their promotion to say that they have been working with the committee, and we also
It's
are
just going to
going
be the logo.
the logo, yes,
Put
and
the logo
then
on the flyer.
yes, so that, and then ask them, or you can even ask us. Like I'm saying us. When I say us, I mean Max. So, but like you can ask, like
Nova is not impartial.
for real, because listen, I'm yielding to the masculine energy here because I trust that with safety. With you, I trust you with my safety. So that's that. So yeah, what's that type? What the H is that?
Oh
Um,
no, I read really fast. I already read the whole thing, but go ahead.
goes in a museum. Oh, typewriter.
No, but
Uh,
what she's talking about is she's in the DMV area. Now, her being in the DMV area, that's
well,
bad because the DMV has a lot of action going on in that area. And the fact that she says multiple things that she's been to, and there's no security presence whatsoever, is problematic.
you think it's
Those are
problematic? You
things
said she
that
feels safe.
no, 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 no. It's still problematic because you need to always have something on because there's anything can happen. When you got weed and liquor at an event with hormones raging and everything else, it's always better to operate better safe than sorry. If it's your little house party, 20 people, whatever, and they're all your friends and this whatever, I could understand you not necessarily having it set up for that. But if you're
Mm,
doing larger scale events, I don't care what it is, there needs to be some semblance of a security presence because anything can happen. There could just happen to be two people there that don't like each other and decide they want to go to blows. Now
mm,
we ain't got no security that can square that shit up. The people that's there got to break it up and stop what they doing to deal with that. They shouldn't have to do that. That's not
mm,
their job. That's
mm.
what you got security there for.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, but I do like the fact that, and I agree with it, certain groups feel safer and certain spaces feel safer. And, based on reputation and based on the leaders of the group and how they've handled situations in the past, that can help to see like, all right, is this something or somewhere that I want to go?
Right. And that's the thing is you also got to start. I would say something too. I would say in a way the internet is kind of good and it's kind of bad. The internet is good because the internet allows you to interact with people before you actually go to these events. You can look at their page, see what they're about. If you see they post a lot of messiness, a lot of they start a lot of online drama, all of that stuff, them folks don't need to be around
That's a fact.
because we ain't got time for that. You understand what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
wanted this to be a little bit more fun, but this
Well,
this is
we're
this
gonna transition. We're gonna transition in a couple minutes because I want to talk about something too.
well, just to wrap up the security topic, like I said, safety committee thing is definitely going to happen.
Coming
It's a
soon.
matter of time at this point. I actually have to holler at I gotta holler at somebody because I want to get some things done. But I'm gonna do that behind the scenes,
Hmm.
um, just to iron out a couple of things. So some of it I could do myself. But sliding back on to the other side of LS Path, we have a lot of Hito trips going on.
A lot of Hito
This,
trips.
hmm We got a lot
When?
of Hito trips going on. I'm gonna run through them in a second. But talk
Okay.
about what it is that you were going to talk about because I want you to get out.
Well,
Um,
I want to talk about Thanksgiving.
What does the turkey have to do with anything?
Just because, Max, let me tell you. All right, you ready? Okay, I'm gonna say it. So 2 years ago, I was at my parents' house and I'm like, Mom, we need more greens. And she was like, go in the cabinet and open up that can. And I was like, ah! So I want to ask our great community what you guys do to make your greens great. Because last year I made greens and they were good. They were good, but they weren't like auntie's greens, you know. And I got the little arm jiggle and stuff like that. It's been solidifying because I've been in the gym. But anyways, I'm like, I need this arm jiggle to be at good use so that I can make these greens good. So anybody in the chat got tips for your greens? I know that I'm supposed to boil my smoked turkey in the water or whatever. I got my smoked turkey. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna clean my greens tonight.
Hold on. You know they got a cooking channel for this bullshit, right?
No, I don't care because it's better when you get it from the person. I don't. Who said what the
What
effort
is
greens?
this?
CJ, don't break my heart.
Listen, ain't nobody got time. I don't know why you paying honey mom with that shit anyway.
Uh, I don't have TikTok, Joy. I don't have it. I don't have the
Well,
TikTok.
go download the shit and go figure out your greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes. You know what I'm saying?
No, no. I got some
Like, come
turkey.
on,
I
you
got some
got it.
beef bacon.
But I want to go through these Hito dates because we got a lot of Hito shit coming
All
up.
right, we can, but ladies, you can send me some inboxes. Yes, thank you, Joy. I like that solution focus. Thank you.
So we have, I mean, from May to October, there's like multiple Hito dates coming up.
May
And I just want y'all to be mindful of this because, again, safety is going to be paramount when it comes to all of this. You know, they got hell of a week from the 9th to the 16th of May.
I just saw that.
Um, that's from Splashy Vacations. Then they got the Black Naturalists Association for those that maybe they're more into, because we have people that watch this that are just nudists. They're not swingers, and I want to cater to them too because I feel like they don't get enough shine on this too. Because being a naturalist or a nudist is different from being somebody that just likes to be naked and do bald headed hoe shit. Neither one is a right or wrong. It's
Right.
just a matter of let's acknowledge everybody's perspectives. So you got the Black and Naked Homecoming from the 23rd to the 30th
Of May.
of May.
Hmm.
So that's going to be kind of cool.
Oh yeah, that's during Memorial Day weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Um, Missy King has one coming up, but I don't see the date on here. If any of y'all have that,
She's in June. I don't know the exact date, but June.
yeah, I feel like that's like early June, maybe late May, early June, whatever the case may be. So you
Just
got to bring your own water to Hito.
yo,
Oh,
that that's the worst part of Hito.
thank you,
That is
Joy
the worst
Harris.
part of Hito. The fact
Yeah,
that
she said from the 27th to the 4th is Missy King. From May 27th to June 4th.
yeah,
And then, if you want to stay 2 weeks, you could do both. You could go to Rose Party's Calm Week, which is from 6th to the 13th of June. Like, there's a lot of shit. Escape to Paradise is from the 6th to the 13th as well. So they're both going to be there at the same time.
well, that's gonna be
And
fun.
then you have Organized Chaos and Cameo there from June 20th to the 25th. For Organized Chaos, the Cameo's there till the 27th.
And what's her name is also Lola Loca is also a
Mm-hmm.
partner for a cameo for that trip.
Yes. Thank you for that. Because I was trying to remember where hers was because I don't have it in front of me.
Yep. So because I'm
And
going for Lola Loca, and then Missy is after us. Missy King is right after us, the 27th to July 4th.
is that June 27th to July 4th?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
yeah, yeah. Hmm.
All right. All right. All right. Cool. Um, Let me see what else.
Exactly. Like I am. That's the worst part of Hito. I'm like, what the heck, Max? We gotta create
It's
a
hard to choose. Yeah, Frandy knew I had this list from him because I pulled it off of the page. Because
yes.
this page was like um I had to pull this up because he has like the whole breakdown list. You have Cherry Shake,
Yeah,
Sexy
cherry
Groove.
shake.
They're from July 11th to the 16th. That's gonna be lit too.
No,
What, Missy King's doing a second Hito?
she
Because I
made.
see a part one and a part two.
Ooh, I don't. Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, man.
Michelle says she's a shy girl. Oh, Michelle, we gotta talk about that. I'm shy. I would consider
Right.
myself a shy freak.
And then you have Choco Bliss
Labor Day.
and Thick Singles Travels
Hmm.
doing it from. So if you like your plus size women, I know I be liking them. You know what I'm saying? But if you into that, you got from the third to the eighth. I have that list, CJ. Thank you though. That's literally what I'm reading from.
The
And
list.
then
Yeah.
they got Golden Day Travels, all that glitters from the 17th of October to the
Hmm.
22nd. I know I can't make that because more than likely I'm going back to Uber Soka for 27th to the 4th or some shit. I don't know, whatever the
Of
dates they got.
October, I'm coming.
This will be the first Halloween in a minute that y'all ain't gonna see me at all. I'll be
Oh
out.
yeah, Lola's part. All right, we'll talk about this later. Talk about this later. Now you got me
Yeah.
all.
So I'm just saying there's a lot of shit going on. Y'all got to get y'all coins together, get your passports right. Know what I'm saying? Start looking at those flights. I'm gonna tell y'all this: flight advice from somebody who has bought a whole lot of flights in his life. Because I've bought flights for people to come to me and flights to go to people. And I'll tell you one thing: the best thing in the world, always buy direct.
Yes,
Using
yes,
Skyscanner and all that shit. The only thing I use them for is to let me know when the prices get low. Because
that's
what
right.
you'll realize is when you use those third party things, what ends up happening, even though you feel like you're saving money on the uptick, but you're not really because there's certain taxes and shit you're still gonna end up paying when it's time to deal with that ticket. And even if you get through that, if something goes wrong, like look what happened with the TSA and all that bullshit. If something goes wrong with your flights, now you can't just go like for me. I normally fly Delta. I can't just walk up to the thing at to the people at Delta and say, "Hey, I need y'all to do something. My flight's canceled or whatever. Need y'all to take care of me." They're like, "No, you got to go contact Expedia, for example, and deal with them motherfuckers and blah 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 blah." And it turns into a whole headache, and you don't want to go through that.
100.
So you buy now when it comes to your hotel, that's when you use those third parties and you could get some discounts. Because with the hotel ain't going nowhere. So even if something goes wrong, you can get that handled one time and it's not really that much complication. But flights are a very tricky thing. So that's just a little advice so that you don't get screwed like what happened with the whole storm thing. Now, granted, with Hito, that's a whole different thing because you're booking through the promoters, blah, blah, blah. But like I said, use what you can to make sure that you don't. You see, like Joy just said it. She said she almost got left in Jamaica messing with Expedia. Exactly.
Mm-mm.
Because if a flight goes wrong, and let me tell you something, when you outside the US, you don't have all the conveniences that you have.
Listen, let
That
me
you
tell
had.
you, I fly like you fly. I fly a lot, and I actually I actually got a cruise gifted to me for my birthday, and
Oh,
I'm really excited about that.
which cruise line?
Royal.
Oh, okay, Royal Caribbean.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Ah, they're cool. That's a cool one right there.
Yeah, so I'm going on a cruise in January. I'm really excited about it, but like I was looking at flights already, so I already booked my flight. And the great thing about booking directly is usually just sign up for their Sky Miles because I use my
Oh
I
man,
have like travel cards
I
and stuff
have.
like that.
Thank you, thank you. I have two things to say. First of all, let's touch what Joy just said.
Joy
Joy
Waters.
Waters.
Oh
Yeah, we gotta.
yes,
When it comes, get your TSA pre-checks and get
global
that
entry.
clear. That clear. Let me tell you something. The line was snaking like this in Miami. I walked right up to the front. I was in
Right,
and out of
bro.
that security in like 5 minutes.
Listen,
That
I
shit was.
agree. I
You
agree.
got to get
I
that
have all of
clear.
that, and it's worth it. And depending, like, if you have a card, like my credit card reimbursed me for signing up for global entry. Like, I paid for it, and then they were like, "Oh, your money's coming right back to you."
Oh, and let me tell you something. Just a little financial advice. If you are like we're a podcaster, which is considered under the realm of entertainment. If you do any business meeting, anything, whatever, your trip is now a business write off.
Mm-hmm.
Like Uber Soca Cruise is a business write off for me because I did business while I was on that boat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
One of the DJs that's coming to the event, speaking of which, on December 7th, which I will happily put up for the people then to see because I want to see y'all monkey asses there. I'm gonna just put the flyer up. I ain't gonna do all the music and shit. I don't feel like hearing that right now. But this right here, going down December 7th, one of the DJs that we have on that, I have a conversation with him just to confirm a couple of things because he was on Uber Soca as well. So
Visa
we
pay.
took care.
We
We
pay
got some business and shit squared away. And I spoke with some other DJs, or I met a DJ from Toronto that's big out there in Canada. Gonna try to collab something with them because I did these things. Now my shit is a business write off. So now there you go. This is how you win. You understand what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
another thing is, and this is very important. Make sure if you have a cruise, always get there a day early and have a hotel on standby for when you come back because you don't want to count on because when it comes to nautical travel, anything can happen on that water where you could get jammed up and then you end up missing your flight. You don't want to be running from the boat to the plane. Like to me, that shit is crazy. Like me, um, I had a hotel. I stayed at the Yotel, which is a really nice hotel in Miami. It's coming down, and then on the way back, stayed at the Hilton, the Blue Lagoon joint. You know how much I paid for that Blue Lagoon joint? I had a king suite. I caught that shit off one of them third party sites for $120
Listen, Max, I'm gonna do you better
in
because
Miami.
I'm
5 minutes
telling
from
you,
the airport. 5 minutes from the airport.
I travel, when especially when I go down to the city and I get rooms and stuff like that. My points, like I will pay nothing sometimes because I just rack my points up for when I know I'm going to be traveling. So if I do have to go to like a Hilton or something, I'll just use my points and I'll just get my hotel for free. Like my flight down to the cruise in January, I didn't pay. I paid $5 for it, and that was just the taxes on the flight. And it's
Oh,
like,
CJ, for fall remedy, the parking over there ain't the best.
mm,
I ain't gonna lie, the parking is tricky. Cause that location, the parking is a little tricky, like, cause it's kind of like that Bushwick slash Bed Stuy crossover area, and that shit is difficult. So be mindful of that when you're going there. What I've done for some things is I'll park in a parking garage that's like not too far away, and then I'll take an Uber to the event that isn't that expensive. I literally had to do that sometimes. I highly recommend using an app like ParkWiz because ParkWiz will let you know the number one, it gives you the best prices for the parking, and it'll tell you what parking garages are close by in the area that you're going to. All you gotta do is put the address in, and it'll show you everything that's in that area. So that will help you out a lot. So, this is turning into a transportation advisory
No, it's
show.
traveling because we all like to travel. We want to know all the tools, and so I use my travel cards to pay my bills, and that's how I rack up all my miles. And then I pay my business bills with one travel card. I pay my home bills with another travel card, and that's how I afford my. Down to the cruise, I'm taking Delta because that was free. Coming back, I'm gonna be taking JetBlue because that's gonna be free. So it's like, but then in the meantime, I'm paying all my bills on my cards, and then I just put
And
them on
that's
my.
how it works. And also, even for those that don't have credit cards, there are things like Starbucks and so on and so forth that you could hook up to your American Airlines account
Oh yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
to your Delta account,
Your Uber
and
and
you could
Lyft.
rack up Uber and Lyft.
Mhm.
You racked up, and you can rack up points doing those.
Mhm. Mhm.
You
Yep.
understand what I'm saying? Like you
Mhm.
have options.
Yeah. Yeah.
So these are ways to rack up points. Now,
Mhm.
because I was dead in the water for a little minute, I had used my points on some other stuff. I didn't have but so much to work with, so I was paying mostly.
Mhm.
Especially because with me, my flight's a little tricky because I have to either sit in business class or sit in the exit row. And
I'm
honestly, with Delta's comfort class, even though I love Delta's functionality as far as their planes and their timing because they're very prompt, they actually tend to get places early. But the only problem is their comfort class still don't work for my legs. Like my knees be right behind that seat, and I'm not gonna fly first class to Miami because that's just dumb.
That's
You
true.
know,
I do comfort class domestically, and I will say I do first class when I travel internationally because it's like, all right, I need to be there. I need my little warm towel to wipe my
yeah,
hands off
I
and
need to
stuff.
stretch out. Yeah, I need to
Yeah,
stretch out.
yeah. So I like a
Honestly,
comfort class. That's it.
and that's what I would really save my points for if I'm somebody that's trying to budget and you want to be able to fly comfortable when you go somewhere far. Like
Mhm.
when I went to Greece, we flew
Mhm.
first class over
Yeah, you
there. Well, actually, no, we were business class, but the
have to.
plane we were on, we were right in the front. So literally, there was nothing in front of us except stretch out space. You understand what I'm saying? And the other times when I went to Europe and things like that, I've always used either business front row or I'll use the first class just depending
I do
because I'm
second row because then sometimes if you're in the front row, there's no place to put your stuff ahead of you.
I don't give a shit about that. I always find a place to stick myself. Because let me tell you another thing too. 9 times out of 10, especially if you're traveling on Fridays, they're going to ask you
Oh yeah,
if
to
you
check
want
your
to
bag.
check in if you want to check in your carry on for free.
Yeah.
So like me, I didn't have my carry on coming or going because they kept saying, "Hey, you want to check it in for free?" I said, "Sure."
Hmm.
There you go. And they'll ask you when you're doing your luggage. Like, don't do your luggage ahead of time. Wait till you get to the airport and you get to the kiosk because that's when they're more than likely going to ask you, like, yo, you want to check in that luggage? Yeah. Because I had a full flight coming and going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I
See, I like to
mean,
travel on off days because it's cheaper. So like going down and like the going a day ahead, I'm going 2 days ahead because it's January in New York. So I'm like, my cruise leaves on a Saturday. My flight is for Thursday, just in case.
well, and that's cool. But see, for everybody that don't work because of their schedules, they might not have the PTO for all of that or whatever. So, especially if you go into a cruise, you going to Hito, you going all this shit. Each of these shits is like 5 to 7 day trips. People only got but so many vacation days, so they got to spread that shit the fuck out.
But some of them It was it's V Valentine's fault. It's her fault because I just oh my gosh I need to get my life together. One
Yes.
year I'm gonna be I'm 1 year I'm gonna be more fiscally responsible and my financial advisor won't be cursing me out.
Well, that's definitely my plan for this year. And I'm gonna
Mm.
tell all of y'all now. Y'all only gonna see me locally at these events, but so much because the days of Maximus going from party to party, 150, $200 a clip, because the moment that I started jumping and the moment I started get like I normally disappear. Y'all don't be knowing because I don't broadcast it. But there's multiple times I used to just disappear and go off to Vegas because that's my little playground.
See, and I be
So
hating on you guys because you guys in the city have cheaper flights. A flight from the city could be like 200. From Albany, it's like 450, 500.
I never get that price because I have to pay for a bigger seat.
It doesn't matter. So
My flight to Miami was three something round trip because of the upgrade on the seat. So and I bought that shit somewhat in advance. Oh, and another thing is too, for those who want to really, when you want to get somewhere, but you might need to spread the money out. I know for a fact, like Delta takes PayPal.
right.
I don't know about American or whatever, because like I said, I almost always fly Delta, but I would say
They all take something. They
they
all take
all take something
something.
where you can, spread that out if you need to break it up. Now, granted, for this flight, I need to do it because it was only like three something, whatever. But I mean, you could be flying internationally or something, little $700, $800 flight. You want to break that up? Boom, there you go. Just do the shit in advance so you're paid by the time you even get to this shit. You
Yeah, I
understand
try
what I'm
to
saying?
book
Like,
flights like 6 months in
the-
advance.
these are options that you have so that
Hmm.
you can live your best LS life and
Yes.
still not break your bank. Because
Hmm.
I feel like Afterpay. Shit, I forgot about that.
Yep.
But like I said, that's the beautiful thing of it is that there are so
Yeah.
many options available that you should be able to go somewhere. Because you want to tell you what was crazy, and I can tell you, you can always tell how expensive a trip is by how many women to men you see. Because I'm gonna tell you, it was like 15 to 1 out there, women to men
Oh my gosh.
on that cruise
You had
ship.
an amazing time.
I had a good time. It was definitely it did what it needed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Good. You
I
deserve.
have, and you see all these beautiful Caribbean women of all different colors and shapes and sizes. Because you forget there's Asians and white folk in the Caribbean too
Hmm.
that are legit from the Caribbean. That's where they grew up. That's where they live, and they are out there and they are having a good old time. And man, it's it's definitely one of those things that's just like, so when I'm going back, gotta
Yeah.
make that happen.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I
But
saw a couple of my peoples from the community on there too.
okay.
Yeah, some people from the community on there. I didn't hang with them like that because they were doing their thing. I was doing my thing. But I saw them out there. We spoke for a little second. It was cool. It was
I
cute.
saw your video, Max. It looked like you were enjoying yourself. I love to see it because we all know how hard you work. So I was like, yes, get outside.
Listen, I've been slowing down only because I'm working on a lot of stuff. I'm trying to retire by like 50, 50 something. I'm
Same.
45 now. So retirement for me is still me working, but just me controlling the narrative of my schedule and being
Yeah.
able to do as much, automate as much of my work as possible.
Mhm.
Is those are my goals. So it's caused me to do a lot of grinding. Like I have link ups that I was supposed to do, and I haven't done them yet because I've been busy taking care of business. But I'm gonna get to you, and you know who I'm talking to. I'm gonna get to you.
So, in closing,
Yeah, I'm gonna get to
all right. So, in closing, though, seriously, we have so many dope topics that are coming up. We listened to what
you.
you
Hmm.
said in our group, in the social experiment group, and we have included all those topics in the next few for the rest of the year. We are topics out. So next time we ask, it's going to be for January 2026. Moving on. But we're going to be talking about LS etiquette. We're going to be talking about events. We're going to be talking about pricing. We're going to do the men's roundtable that we talked about. We're going to talk about,
Oh
oh,
yes, we have a men's round table. That's gonna be fun.
yes, yes. I
Mel is gonna
can't
be a
wait.
spectator. She can't wait to just watch it as a spectator because she ain't been on that side in a long time. You know what we need though? I
What?
think we damn, but it's so hard because I control this thing. This thing is under me, and it's hard to shift it over. But what I might do is just take myself off the screen and let y'all run, and y'all do a girls one too.
Ooh, we can do that. We can do that. So
Because
but
I think the women need to be heard too on this because when it comes to the LS thing, there's a lot of things that you girls, excuse me, you ladies can discuss without one of our deep voices cutting in the way, like you know what I'm saying. So I would say that I feel like that's a good idea.
yeah,
You
so men's roundtable, women's roundtable. I like that. I think we definitely gonna put that in there and we'll figure it out. And
that'll probably be like maybe January, February, something like
yeah,
that.
yeah, we could do like a Galentine's roundtable or something.
Hmm.
So yeah, so we have topics for the remaining of the year. We are booked and busy. So some of the men who were commenting in the chat, I've reached out to already. And then I also want to reach out to a couple more and see how we can get this roundtable done. We have the date for that already, so hopefully it fits with your schedule. And so check out the group. We're going to post the schedule this week, Max, or next week after Thanksgiving.
Well, let them eat their turkey
And greens. Um,
and greens. For those who know what greens look like,
greens. Yes, I got a whole bag full of greens over there.
I got some cooking to do myself because I got a little Thanksgiving link up thing to do. So,
See? So yeah, so we're
uh,
excited and we hope that this Thanksgiving is filled with peace and joy. I know the holiday season is really tough for a lot of people. A lot of people have passed away. We are missing loved ones. It's not the same as it used to be. So make sure that you are taking care of your heart during this time. I can't tell you how many people are suicidal, are depressed, are struggling. I have met with parents recently. I have been inundated with depressed, hopeless, sad, stressed out people. And I know that that means that we are in the community feeling the same kind of energy. So make sure you're taking care of yourselves. Make sure you're resting when you need to rest. Listen to your body. Make sure you're going to the doctor and taking care of your physical health just as much as your mental health. Get a therapist if you need a therapist, get a life coach, go to yoga, something, because we need to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves so that we can be around here a long time, long time. Long, happy, peaceful time, not just long, miserable time.
and for God's sakes, go to the goddamn doctor. Make sure that your medical health is on point too. A lot of us neglect our health, and I don't know how many times I got to watch people in our age group ending up with the RIP posts and whatever because some health complications or whatever. And I understand sometimes shit just happens. There's nothing you can do. It was their time, and that's what it was. But a lot of shit that happens is preventable if you take care of yourself. And this is why we're talking about health, wealth, travel, and finance.
Yes.
Because all of these things coincide together.
Hmm.
And all
Hmm.
of these things are part of the things that either can make you or they can break you. And I understand a lot of people are struggling, even
Mm-hmm.
those who aren't pretending like they ain't struggling. They struggling. Trust me, I've seen the numbers. A lot of people are struggling, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's no shame in that. It is
None.
okay.
None.
Use your community that is around you, your friends that you can trust, your family. Don't be afraid to step out and say, "Hey, I need help. I'm looking for a job." Listen, people put up posts talking about all type of fuck shit all the time. Ain't nothing wrong with saying, "Hey, I'm looking for a job at such and such." If any of y'all know something, just send the information my way. I'll take it from there, because you never know who might know something. It might be some random person don't know you from a can of paper. Will say, "I know this person might be able to hook me up with hook
Yeah.
them up with a job.
Yeah.
Let me shoot them that information, and then it's up to them from there to do what they got to do.
Mm-hmm.
But at least you got to learn to use the resources at your disposal.
Yes.
The internet is not just for buffoonery and ratchetry. You can actually make this into something that's viable for your life to be better, so that you
Mm-hmm.
can go to Hedo or go on a cruise or go to fucking Timbuktu if that's what you want to do. You understand what I'm saying? Like, whatever it is that you want to do, it'll be a lot more attainable. And go easy on utilizing things like forepays and stuff, because that shit could put you in a cycle of paying back that you'll never be able to get out. You know what I'm saying? Or you'll get out of it, but it'll just take a minute. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, use it, but use it wisely. If
Mm-hmm.
you want to use it for one thing or whatever, use it for something big. Don't use it for bullshit, because you know what I'm saying? Use the shit wisely. That's all I want to say. Health,
Yeah.
wealth, finance, and travel. Those
Yeah.
things are very, very important. But we got to get up out of here. It's already 10:19. I need to
I know we tired. Tammy, we're gonna talk about it because I'm going on a cruise in January. All right, yeah, I gotta clean these greens.
clean these greens. Listen, I need a ball massage. That's what I need. You know,
Don't get me started. I'm over here struggling. We'll talk about that
I'm
later.
over here struggling too. Like, Jesus, this is hard. Yeah, Tammy, you're late,
It's all right. Catch us on the rewind.
right? You know what I'm saying? But you can hit the rewind button and you'll hear all the shit that's going on. But anyway, we gonna be up out of here next week. What's the topic on the docket for next week?
Oh snap! Don't get me started, Max. Let me pull it up. Pull up
Yeah, pull
our
it up.
calendar.
I'm gonna pull it out while you pulling it up.
Okay,
Now
okay,
you
okay.
know I ain't about to get us kicked off YouTube.
Next week, ooh, relationships in the LS. We're gonna talk about relationship dynamics, friendship,
Oh, for fucking crying out
poly.
loud!
We
I know
talking
how.
about it. We talking about it. So that's our
Listen,
topic for next week. We got the calendar, y'all. We got the
I'm gonna
calendar.
call out sick. Y'all can have that topic.
Anyway, we gotta talk about, but this includes
I got
friendships
you.
too, because Lord knows I've gained and ended some friendships in the lifestyle, and
Yeah.
loyalty is
Oh God, help me
Joy.
out. Help
Don't
me.
start with me, Joy. All right,
Anyway,
so yeah, so that's our topic for next week. I'm gonna post this up, and we have topics for the 9th, the 16th, the 20th, everything.
that's a good time.
It's a good time.
Anyway, we'll holler at y'all next week. Thanks
We're
for tuning
back.
in. We are back. Again, you have safety committee concerns, DM me on the side.
Mhm.
You can hit Nova up, but she's just going to throw it my way. So you might as well just
Because we
hit
operate as one, and I need people to know that. Like, we operate as one. Max always knows my whereabouts, and he knows what I have going on, vice
most of
versa.
the time. I know.
That one time at band camp. But anyways,
And your accomplice, I got beef with her too.
All right, I'm gonna let
But
you
I
have
will
that
give her props.
forever.
She did ask you if I knew,
And I
and
said Max can always know my whereabouts.
yeah, but you didn't. I didn't know him then. So actually, I don't have no beef with her because she asked you. She was like, "Did he know you here?"
Shout out to
And you was
Zuri.
like, Yeah, exactly. Oh, speaking of which, before we go, I did want to put that out there. It was one event I wanted to put up. Y'all
Mhm.
just indulge me for 2.5 seconds. Zuri is having her naughty holiday event.
Yeah.
Um, so you got the QR code there. I'm gonna let y'all see the whole QR code by taking this damn thing off the screen. There's all the information right there. Y'all take a look at that. Y'all suck all that in. 21 and older, you want information, you text that number at the bottom, or you hit the QR code, or you go to her website, all of that good stuff. It's gonna have live entertainment, food, drinks, and vendors. I'm curious about the live entertainment part though. That's like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. What kind of entertainment we talking
Oh
about?
my gosh. All right.
But
Let's,
anyway, yeah. So now again, make sure if you missed it, rewind back, screenshot.
yes.
Um, we appreciate y'all for being here. Thank you for coming. God bless and good night. Peace.
Good night.